Good day, viewers. Today I will be teaching you how to solve partial fractions. The question says resolve 3x minus 1 all over x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3. I say resolve this into partial fraction. I just want to tell you one of the things you need to know about partial fraction. Each time a question is being given, what are the things you should consider? One is check the power of the numerator and the power of the denominator. If the power of the numerator is less than the power of the denominator, then you solve true. But in a case whereby the power of the numerator is either equal to the power of the denominator or greater than the power of the denominator, there is something we will do. But checking from this, you discover that this one precisely, the power of the numerator is less than the power of the denominator. I will still show you another example whereby the power of the numerator is either greater than or equal to the power of the denominator. That is the first thing you should know. Anytime any question is given as regard to this, check that first. When you are done with that, there are some questions whereby the denominator will be in factorization form, in the sense that it will require you to factorize first the denominator before you solve 2. But looking at this example precisely, everything is set here. What we do now is we proceed with the solving. Now we say 3x minus 1 all over x plus 1 x minus 3, that this is equal to a over x plus 1 plus b all over x plus minus 3. This a and b are constant. You say that 3x minus 1 all over x plus 1 x minus 3, that this is equal to, now come to this place, what will you do? You get the LCM of this. Are you getting what I'm saying? Get the LCM of x plus 1 and x minus 3, which is still the same thing as this. You draw your line to have x plus 1 x minus 3. Now you say this divide by the whole of this. You see that x plus 1 will cancel x plus 1. It will remain x minus 3. Now you say a multiply, which is the numerator, multiply by x minus 3. Are you getting what I'm doing? That is a in bracket x minus 3. You close it plus. Now in this side we are having x minus 3. Divide the whole of this. You see that x minus 3 will cancel each other. What will be remaining will now be x plus 1, and that is b in bracket x plus 1. Now if you check the whole of this and this, you discover that they are the same thing. Are you getting what I'm saying? This and this, left hand side and right hand side, both of them are the same thing. We have not changed anything. Now what do we do again? You compare the numerators, since this and this is the same thing. That is 3x minus 1 is equal to a in open bracket x minus 3 plus b in bracket x plus 1. Now you see that since this and this are identical, what will you do? Watching from this place now, you discover that for every value of x, that this and this will still be the same thing. Now that you've gotten to this point, there are two steps, two approaches we can use in order to get the final answer here. Either you go by comparison that will involve a simultaneous equation, or you go by substitution. Now, how do we do that? You say from this, you look for any value of x that will make either of the bracket to be equal to 0. That is the substitution we are using first. I will still apply the comparison method from this point also, so that anyone that is easier for you, you can be going by that. But now we want to go by the substitution method of it. We say look for any value of x that will make any of the brackets to be equal to 0. I say choose any value of x that will make either of the brackets to be equal to 0. And now, considering from this, the number that will make this one precisely now to be equal to 0 is, we say, let x be equal to 10. Now, if x is equal to 10, we have that 10 multiplied by, anywhere you see s in the problem now, you substitute 10. You say 10 multiplied by x, that is 10 multiplied by 10 minus 1. This is equal to a open bracket 10 minus 10 plus b open bracket 10 plus 1. Are you getting what I'm doing? Now you say will be equal to 9 minus 1, and this is equal to a open bracket 3 minus 3 will be equal to 0 plus b. Now 3 plus 1 will be equal to 4 open bracket 4. Now from this point you say 9 minus 1 will be equal to 8. Equal to, now a multiplied by 0 will be equal to 0 plus 4 multiplied by b will be equal to 4b. Now 0 back plus anything, 0 will just vanish. We will be left with 4b is equal to 8. Now from this point, what do? We divide both sides of the equation by 4 in order to make b the subject of the formula. That is, b is equal to 8 over 4 and b is equal to 2. Now we've gotten the value of b. What we do again is we now look for the value of a. How do we get the value of a? We now come back to this place. Now, from this place again, we look for another value of x that will make the next bracket to be equal to 0. We are having two cases. So what we do is we work for the two, that is a and b. Now we say let x be equal to minus 1. Now letting x be equal to minus 1, we now make this bracket to be equal to 0. We are having two brackets. From this place we have that 3 open bracket minus 1 will be equal to a. will now be equal to A in brackets x minus 1 minus 3 plus B open bracket minus 1 plus 1. 3 multiplied by minus 1 will give us minus 3 minus 1, and this is equal to A open bracket. Minus 1 minus 3 will give us minus 4. We close it, plus B open bracket. Now minus 1 plus 1 will give us 0, and this is 0. From this point you say minus 3 minus 1 will give us minus 4. Minus 4, and this is equal to minus 4 multiplied by A will give us minus 4A plus 0. Any confusion? Now you say minus 4 is equal to minus 4A. Watch both sides of the equation, you discover that this side is having minus and this side is having minus. When you multiply minus to both sides of the equation, all of them will change to positive, and now we'll be left with 4 equal to 4A. And when you divide both sides of the equation by 4, we have that A is equal to 1. That is 4 divided by 4. Hence, A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 2. Therefore, 3x minus 1 all over x plus 1 x minus 3 will be equal to. Now, we record that this is equal to A over x plus 1 plus B all over x minus 3. And this is now equal to, we substitute the values of A and B. A on its own, and that is 3x minus 1 over x plus 1 x minus 3 will be equal to, we now substitute the values of A and B, and that is 1 all over x plus 1 plus 2 all over x minus 3, and this is the final answer. The right hand side of the equation is the partial fraction. This is the partial fraction. Now, I told you originally that I will be showing you two methods in solving this from a certain point. Now, let us use the final method, so that when you compare the two, any one that is easier for you, you now go by it. We had that 3x minus 1 is equal to A open bracket x minus 3 plus B open bracket x plus 1. Now, let us go by comparison now. We say 3x minus 1 is equal to A multiplied by x will be equal to ax minus A multiplied by 3 will be equal to 3a plus B multiplied by x will be equal to bx plus B multiplied by 1 will be equal to b. Now, what do? Those of them that is having x, we select them and keep them together, and those of them that is not having any variable in them, we still keep them together. That is 3x minus 1 is equal to ax plus bx minus 3a plus b. Now, from this point, we'll now come to this place and say 3x will be equal to ax plus bx. What are you doing? You are trying to select those of them that is having variables in them separate, and those of them that is not having variable in them also separate. Now 3x is equal to ax plus bx. If we still have more other things that contains x, we will still separate them together. Now we are coming to the constant, which is minus 1 will be equal to minus 3a plus b. From this point, what do we do? Let's say, okay, now from this point, we are having x. Let's say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. In equation 1, we are having x in all of them. What do we do? This x will cancel each other. Are you getting what I'm saying? We'll now be left with 3 is equal to a plus b minus 1 is equal to minus 3a plus b. Let's say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now, watching this, you know that this is a pure simultaneous and linear equation. So we say now in this one you either use any method of your choice. If you check equation 1, you discover that the coefficient of b in equation 1 and the coefficient of b in equation 2 is the same thing. What do? We just eliminate them. You say subtract equation 2 from equation 1, just in form of minus b here. Are you getting what I'm doing? So that it will now be 3 minus 1. Are you getting what I'm saying? It will now be equal to 4. Now you come back to say this a minus 3a will be equal to 4a. Now plus b minus plus b will be equal to 0. Now we'll be left with 4 equal to 4a. When you divide both sides of the equation by 4 in order to make a the subject of the formula, the answer will be equal to a will be 4 over 4. That is a is equal to 1. Now, either in equation 1 or equation 2, you say substitute a equal to 1 in, let's say, in equation 1. Now, in equation 1 is 3 equal to a plus b. 3 will be equal to, we substitute the value of a, which is 1 plus b. Now we say b is equal to 3 minus 1. Now b is equal to 2. Now if you check this, you discover that both of them are giving us the same answer. What is now left for you is either you go by this or you apply a Jordan formula. Both of them is giving us the same answer. If you care to check to know if what you solved is correct or not, this is the format you will go by. Now, we stated that 3x minus 1 is equal to a in bracket x minus 3 plus b in bracket x plus 1. Let's test this to know if left hand side is actually equal to the right hand side. Now, we all know the value of a and the value of b. Let's substitute them. Now, right hand side is a open bracket x minus 3 plus b open bracket x plus 1. But a is equal to 1, open bracket, x minus 3, plus b is equal to 2, open bracket, x plus 1. Now 1 multiplied by x is equal to x. 1 multiplied by minus 3 is equal to minus 3, plus 2 multiplied by x is equal to 2x, plus 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2. Now what do? You see, we are having x here and 2x here. We add them together. That is x plus 2x will give us 3x. Now we are having minus 3 plus 2 will give us a minus 1, and this is for right hand side. Check this and this. Are they the same thing? Yes, they are the same thing, and that is to say that all we've solved is correct. If you see that this video interesting, do well to click the share button to your friends, like, comment, and subscribe in order to follow my other teachings. If you still have any question or anything confusing you, you can still drop it in the comment section. Thank you for watching.